actually just casted a macro ZVZ between Liquid Hey Pro and NrGdde the other day on my channel and my YouTube channel. It was pretty fun. It was basically one of the best CVZs I've ever seen. But you can go ahead and introduce the players. I'm still getting the scoreboard set up, so
All
go
right.
for it.
My pleasure. Okay, everybody, we're watching Kpectofuli, the Zerg in the top right, going up against another Zerg player, FCGCrazedrat. It's going to be a hopefully really good ZVZ, as we did not see the first game, but I was told that the first game was a very cool macro Roach Hydra Infester game, which is definitely always awesome to see. ZVZ is a very underrated matchup, and I'm so happy to see these guys doing this. Both these guys are now qualified to actually be in the TQ Invitational, as that is the prize for these T2 qualifier tournaments. And the TQ Invitational is actually going to be awesome. We got FXOSheth, Anti-Mage, DDE, D-Killer, REQPhilibird qualified for it. We've got EGAxslav, so many great players, $125 prize pool. It's going to be awesome. I'm holding it. I am TQ Xander. I want to say thank you guys for watching all this stuff. And you also are, I'm not the only person here. We have another one. Why don't you say hello if your scoreboard is now good?
Hello, the scoreboard is good, except the players are pink and purple again, and it's a ZVZ. This is Doa casting for the Rush Network. Thanks for joining us. ZVZ on Delta Quadrant 2 is usually a pretty fast and furious game. We see Kpectofuli getting the gas and speed, or probably going to be going for Zergling speed very, very quickly. He's got the gas before pool, of course. And the same thing more or less for FCGCrazedrat, although his gas is going to be a little bit later, and that's actually going to give a pretty big early game advantage to Kpectofuli.
Yeah, exactly. That earlier metabolic boost can really allow for some fancy Zergling dancing that can definitely make Kpectofuli be in a very good spot if he uses that window of opportunity correctly.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we know now, Zerglings can dance. Going back to I keep talking about GSL, but the GSL team league, there was a TVP or TVZ rather, where the Zerg player thought he had the game won and started dancing with the Zerglings, and ended up losing that game. So that was a little bit awkward, but we did get to see the Zerglings dance, so that was fun.
Yeah, definitely. They do actually. They do some crazy breakdancing moves. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, they do like backspins or something.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say though that because of the spawning positions and the nature of Delta Quadrant, where naturals are very, very close together, you definitely gotta be wary as a Zerg to go hatchery first. You can go hatchery first in the ZVZ, but that's definitely risky. You need the long rush distances in order to get that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, who won the first game again?
We actually never found out, but
Oh, okay.
now that actually I can message Ascend to try and find out.
Yeah, let's try to
Crazed
find
Rat.
out.
Crazed Rat did
Mainly
win.
guess. Crazedrat did win. I was going to actually guess that just because Kpectofuli is going for that really early aggression, and that would normally be the type of thing a player who just lost last game did. That would explain the Delta Quadrant pick 2. We do have some Zerglings for Crazedrat getting in the base of Kpectofuli, but with the Zerglings coming out and his queen in there already, he's going to chase him out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Now, it's gonna be good to see this. Kpectofuli has to be careful not to overextend himself with his Zerglings right now, but he's actually gonna end up getting 2 Banelings directly into the base of Crazed Rat.
Yeah, that could be pretty bad if that queen can't take those out. I don't think she can do it fast enough. Zerglings trying to protect the drones, but we might see the Banelings do some damage. One Baneling taking out a lot of those Zerglings and then almost killing a drone, so only killing a couple Zerglings there.
Yeah, but that was still good. We do see that the drone count is now actually in favor of Kpectofuli, as Crazed Rat does have 15 drones left versus the 19 of Kpectofuli.
Well, the interesting thing too, besides Kpectofuli deciding to go for Roachhorn, is that we kind of were guessing that he was going to get really early Zergling speed, but instead he just used it to get an early Baneling nest. Now, Crazed Rat did get Zergling speed, so that's going to give him the advantage until the Roaches for Kpectofuli make it out on the field, and Crazed Rat might not give him the chance. A lot of Banelings, 5 Banelings being morphed in, a lot of Speedlings coming in right now, and I think Kpectofuli might just be dead if these Roaches don't cause a lot of damage. Oh, never mind, a couple Banelings there saved the day.
Yeah, now Kpectofuli did go for the defensive Banelings, which is very, very smart move, as Banelings on the offensive can get picked off by a single Zergling, rendering them useless. Let's just see if Kpectofuli will actually block off his ramp, which he might want to do to help deal with the Zergling Baneling threat that Crazed Rat can put out.
Yeah, Crazedrat expanding himself as well. I think he's going to feel pretty confident about his defensive speed combined with Banelings. With the amount of roaches that Kpectofuli is producing, really it's kind of funny that he's not pushing right now because he can do some pretty serious damage with that.
Yeah. So now I do see the hatchery about to go down, and actually now going down for Kpectofuli. But if you look over here, Crazedrat's hatchery is almost done, and that expansion timing is going to be very, very different. And I'm really curious to see how it's going to really play out because of the fact that Crazedrat has his expo out in the open versus the defended backdoor expo of Kpectofuli.
Yeah, and just the way the rotational symmetry works on this map. There, I got the term out. It's going to really help out Kpectofuli. He got great spawn positions in this map as well. He's blocking the ramp with his roaches. He could just simply macro up right now. There's not a whole lot his opponent can do to stop him. But and I think that's a smart thing to do. There's no reason to try to do some damage when you. Oh, never mind. He's pushing up.
Yeah, and now he does have a little bit of a window opportunity right now, as you can see that Crazedrat just does not have as much as Kpectofuli does. Kpectofuli does have a lot of space, but he's got to watch out for these Banelings. If the Banelings can focus down the Zerglings, which they're actually chasing away the Zerglings with this, but look at this, Kpectofuli has so many more roaches than Crazedrat that Kpectofuli could end up taking the game right now. If he can take out enough, Crazedrat is just going to GG.
There's a GG. After wasting those Banelings on the roaches, there wasn't really anything he could do to stop his opponent. And so Kpectofuli takes game 2. His picking the strategy worked out pretty well.